Everybody, Melissa Simonson here with this week's episode of E-commerce Connection. And this week, I'm very excited to announce a brand new partnership that we just signed paperwork on literally yesterday. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Ricardo Peró, who is the founder and CEO of SellersFunding. Ricardo, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Excited to be here and joining you guys in this initiative.
We are so excited to be partnered with you guys. This is SellersFunding. I'm going to turn it over to you in just a second, but guys, I'm bursting at the seams. You know, I'm always like just standard excited. Now I'm like this way excited because this is a problem that many of our members run into on a regular basis. And it's a pain point that I think most Amazon sellers and all e-commerce sellers face. So with that, Ricardo, would you please take it away and tell us a little bit about what you guys do at SellersFunding?
Sure. So we started the business a couple of years ago when I had the idea of founding SellersFunding when I was performing a consulting job for an Amazon seller. So this Amazon seller is an old friend of mine. He used to own his own website and he moved to Amazon. And then in 3 months, he saw his sales jumping from like 50,000 a month to 500,000 a month. So he called me and said, man, I'm going to need help. I need to understand exactly why my payments are being held by Amazon. I'm growing too fast. I don't understand the net payment cycle properly. And not only that, but I need working capital because I had my budget for the year and now I'm growing like 10 times faster than I was planning. So I said, fine. Spending most of my career working for big banks, I thought, well, this is easy, right? But I never worked with small business in the US before. And when to my surprise, we are talking about an industry that is like multi-billion-dollar industry now. We are talking about over 200 billion in annual sales. And I went to talk to banks, and to my surprise, they have no clue of how to evaluate these businesses. So I said, oh, interesting. Then I went to some online lenders, some of our competitors, and they did the math and said, oh, these guys are charging too much. And I went to see if I could apply for an Amazon loan, and there was nothing there. I realized, okay, you got to be invited to by Amazon to get a loan from them. I said, okay, let's finalize this assignment, and that's what I did. We ended up finding other ways to raise capital for the business. And then I came back to these guys because I thought, okay, the way that we have it now, I have an understanding of how Amazon works and the payment cycle and all the fees they charge. I said, well, wouldn't it be cool to have something a little bit different? So what we did was we created a credit model that takes into consideration sales performance. So we have a forward-looking model that takes into consideration several metrics that you guys are used to deal with. And from that sales projection, then we take out all the fees that the marketplace will charge. And we come up with a net payment amount that probably the seller will have in the next 3, 6, 9 months, 12 months. And we use that as a guidance for how much we will be willing to lend. There are some metrics that we take into consideration and we see how reliable and sustainable the business is longer term. And that's all taken into consideration in the risk model. Not only that, but if you look at what other lenders do, because they don't have a clear or they don't want to see how or try to understand better how this industry works, most of sellers, they have this huge lead time between purchase orders to sale.
Right.
And most lenders, they charge a lot of upfront fees. And I thought, okay, this is a great opportunity for us to differentiate ourselves. And that's how we build a business.
That is amazing. So it's, again, like with most of our stories that we have on here, there's a need that you face as a seller yourself, and you find that there are very few solutions. There are very few good solutions for sure. And you kind of have to make do or come up with your own solutions. And it's funny how it seems like when that happens to, one seller, that's a very common pain point. That's for this one especially, I feel like is almost universal with Amazon sellers. So I love that you came up with a creative solution that it also takes into account the seller's best interests. I think that's one of the best things about it is, it's not just like the banks, like, let's see how much money we can get out of them. Yeah. It's actually taking into account how can we help the seller succeed so that we can continue helping each other. And I think that that's a beautiful model for working together. And that's exactly why we're so excited to be partnering with you guys, because that's how we like to work with our partners as well. So
yeah. So if I had to tell you guys how you should think about us, if you think about us as a technology company or a financing company that uses a lot of technology to have a better understanding of our clients' business and how to best serve our clients. And we, in order to differentiate ourselves, we not only use a lot of those tools, technology tools, but we also have a strong client-facing team that will support you. So unlike Amazon lending, for example, where pretty much your relationship is with a push of a button, right? Mm-hmm. And you have someone on the other line that will reply to you days later and has no autonomy to make a decision on how to refinance an existing transaction or adjust some terms for you. We have a team that works closely with us, with our risk management team, to support our clients down the road. So this is something that is quite unique and something that we are working hard to keep the same standards as we scale the business.
I think that is so amazing. And I really appreciate the work that you guys are doing. And I appreciate that we're able to introduce our members to this because, again, I think that this is a very common pain point that people run into in many respects when you're doing launches, when you're trying to scale and grow. This especially is one that I think people just don't have an easy solution to. And I love that we now have a solution that we can point our members to. So Ricardo, we're going to head over pretty quick into the secret Facebook group so that we can talk to our members directly about the very special benefits that they get for being part of Empowery. But before we let everyone here go, do you want to leave them with anything, or is there anything that you want them to know about Sellers Funding or about the partnership with Empowery?
Sure. So we are excited to have this partnership in place. We are thrilled to work with you guys. We are launching 2 initiatives that I think will have a major impact on the way that you do business. On top of our funding solutions, we are adding an international payment solution. So we are coupling an FX platform to our platform that will allow you to consolidate, work on your Amazon sales globally. We'll provide you funding on multiple currencies based on your sales performance across the globe. This is an integrated value proposition that has no parallel in the industry. This is one initiative that we are very excited to share with you guys. And the other one is our Shopify initiative. So we just we run a few beta tests with some existing clients, and we are now able to consolidate sales from Shopify and Amazon into a single sales performance metric. And that will allow us to extend more funds based on that. So happy to talk down the road and with any of the audience here.
So let me make sure that I'm understanding this right, and maybe rephrase it to make sure that everyone is understanding right. Up to this point, people who have done inventory style financing, they are doing that based on the information on their Amazon account. So based on your sales and based on a lot of different metrics, but most of it concentrated within your Amazon account. That's how you guys determine if a loan should be approved, how much should be approved, what, the rate and stuff like that is. And so you're saying that now, not only are you able to do that with Amazon, and not only do we have a guy for that now, but you're also able to do that for Shopify, so they can do that on their websites and not just on their Amazon accounts.
Yes, that's
very exciting. I love it. That's very exciting. So those are two really exciting pieces that you guys are adding to your business just right around the corner, or have those already launched?
So the FX is up and running with a few existing clients, and we will be fully operational next month. The Shopify, we have already clients using API, sharing information with us, and we have already some a number of transactions being processed already. So we are open for business.
That is fantastic. Very good news. Okay, so guys, we will go ahead and put the contact information below so that you can get in contact with us if you're interested in finding out more about Sellers Funding, and if you want to know how to benefit from being an Empowery member. We'll have you go to empowery.com/contact. We'll make sure that that is in the comments below so you can click right to it. But we would love to tell you more about Sellers Funding and get you in touch with them. And we'd love to tell you more about the benefits that you get if you are a part of Empowery. So now, Ricardo, we're going to head over to the secret Facebook group, and any of you guys who are members, shareholding members, if you would like to join us, we will be in the secret Facebook group where we're going to talk about the benefits that Empowery members get as shareholding members. So, Ricardo, thank you so much for joining us here. And guys, we will see you next week. And we have the event that's coming right around the corner. So we'll see if there will be one next week or not. That's up in the air, but we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.